Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Danielle Harvey, Global VP and Head of Strategy at Hospitality Quantum Metric, to discuss why travel prices will not be cooling down anytime soon. Danielle, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks for having me.
All right, you got it. And clearly this is great timing. We just learned that it was the busiest day for TSA since 2019. So let's talk about some of the data that's part of the Quantum Metrics 2023 Travel Benchmarks report. What were some of the trends that stuck out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the most encouraging things, right, is that despite those higher prices, consumers are really undeterred when it comes to spending on experiences. They're still making that a priority. We're hearing from the leaders in digital that we surveyed that 70% said direct bookings have increased over the last 12 months. 88% expected average booking costs to be higher, but at the same time, 97% really expected that consumers would be willing to pay more to travel in 2023. So despite those higher costs, and obviously that's not ideal, consumers are still making it a priority. And from everything that we're seeing, in the data itself from the Quantum Metric platform, if you look at monthly average order value, so the amount that is spent each time a customer makes a booking, the average monthly order value in travel more than doubled in Q1 this year compared to last year, 2022. For airlines in particular, it was actually 3 times higher year over year. So from everything we're hearing in this space, we're seeing from our customers, people are really resilient, and they are continuing to spend and prioritize travel at this point.
Yeah, it's incredible to see the revenue that the airlines are taking in, but it also noted in the survey, only 44% of airlines have made the new technology investments or updated processes. I mean, we saw what happened to a number of the airlines last year because those processes were not updated, but less than half are making that a priority.
Yeah, it's typical, right? Because they have lots of different things that they need to kind of sort through, and investments in technology are often long tail, kind of long-term projects. And so they're balancing where they can make the best investments. We see some of our customers investing and prioritizing a lot in like employee-facing apps. United Airlines, for example, they are focused on how do they improve operationalization of things, acknowledging that, it's not just about making a booking, but how do you improve that day of travel experience, and acknowledging the kind of the piece that they play, that their employees play, and making sure that end to end is smooth for customers. And so there's increasing recognition that it is important to kind of invest in technology and digital. We're seeing that happen, but it does take time. And I think the need to kind of look at the long-term benefits, really, and the long-term impacts, especially in the face of higher costs, right? Don't cut budgets just because costs are higher. Understand the long-term impacts of loyalty and direct bookings and all of that. That's really something that to drive customer satisfaction and a great experience, all travel providers need to be considering.
And are they seeing growth in the business travel segment?
Yeah, so I believe it was, so we in the survey, we asked how many had seen growth in business, and nearly 75% of brands said that they saw business travel bookings grow by at least 25% in the last year. And so as a result, really, a lot of them are starting to offer more services that will attract business travelers and remote workers, right? So that blended travel trend really showing signs of continuing for the foreseeable future. And, airlines and hotels included, really focusing on how do they offer services or even alter their products. Hotels sometimes are designing new rooms in order to meet that need. And so that's very much on their radar and a priority for investment going forward.
And finally, how are travel brands approaching generative AI?
So it's interesting. You'll see kind of a variety. In our survey, we did ask about that. It's obviously a really hot topic. 91% that they expected to incorporate it. If you look at OTAs, travel aggregators like an Expedia, Booking, et cetera, you're seeing a lot of them introducing kind of fun and maybe flashy new ways to kind of book trips or explore trips, trip ideation, that kind of thing. So really in the dream and explore stages. But when we, in the survey, what we actually learned was that more than half would actually plan to incorporate it in like a customer service kind of way. So how do they help with self-service, with customer support options? So I think, again, right, going back to, it's not just about making a booking, but how do you improve the traveler's day of experience? How do you help them self-serve, do what they need to do, take care of their own kind of issues on their own if needed? Of course, the humans are still there if you prefer to interact with them, but the more that they can build into apps and self-service and that they can leverage AI in those ways, the better chance that they have at delivering kind of that better customer experience on the day of travel as well.
All right, Danielle, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you.